That, yeah, knowing him and his family, that I didn't try to be a better dad to him than his own dad, God rest his soul. That I didn't try to protect Jackie Jr., that I didn't actually smack him around because I was so frustrated. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm through telling people you help with environmental cleanup.
That's not what I asked you.
Like you could talk honestly for 3 seconds.
You try me.
If you didn't watch The Sopranos, you might have missed that side of Tony Soprano and of actor James Gandolfini, who passed away yesterday. Emotion and anger all in one. No matter the horrible acts his characters, and especially that one legendary character, may have engaged in, Gandolfini was always able to find the human side of a scene. He was also a Jersey boy, like myself, born and raised, from also where he found stardom, and he found it in a role that changed television forever.
You don't want to what? You don't want to what?
Through 6 stupendous seasons on The Sopranos, James Gandolfini took the mythic character of the mob boss and brought it into the modern age, filling Tony Soprano's complicated life with vivid, abundant emotion as he grappled with the harsh consequences of his work on those he loved.
Are you in the mafia?
Am I in the what?
From 1999 to 2007, Gandolfini captured a man in ceaseless turmoil, ordering a hit.
This guy cannot come back to tell this story.
Sparring with Carmela, his wife. Raging at his rivals and associates.
And what we are here for, in the end, is to put food on the table for our families.
Or reflecting with his shrink, Dr. Melfi.
You know my feelings. Every day is a gift.
Gandolfini found ways to give Tony Soprano an inner life, a depth of feeling, almost unparalleled in the history of American television.
I have some dark moments, and I think it's useful that I have a place to put them.
His performance became the most acclaimed of its era. Gandolfini won 3 Best Actor Emmys and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards. Yet like Carol O'Connor as Archie Bunker on All in the Family, Gandolfini was anything but a Tony Soprano type. A New Jersey native, he was a big supporter of football at Rutgers and produced documentaries on PTSD among soldiers and about men and women who'd served in Iraq. He was great on the big screen, from the Quentin Tarantino-penned True Romance to the Coen brothers' black and white drama The Man Who Wasn't There.
Someday soon, you're gonna have families of your own. And if you're lucky, you remember the little moments.
But it is as Tony Soprano that his work will forever be treasured. Still a landmark portrayal even 6 years after The Sopranos' last episode. That provocative, enigmatic finale followed now by an ending that is far too real.
I went ahead and ordered something for the table.
James Gandolfini leaves behind a wife and 2 children, the younger an 8-month daughter. He died yesterday in Rome at the age of 51. Gandolfini first made his mark on Broadway and was later nominated for a Best Actor Tony for his role in 2009's God of Carnage. He's being remembered by all accounts as a star who was unaffected by stardom and who never forgot who he was or where he came from, which is one of the reasons why moments after his passing was announced Holston's Brookdale Confectionery in Bloomfield, New Jersey, where The Sopranos' enigmatic final scene was shot, remembered him like this, with a reserved sign at the table. For James Gandolfini. I was surprised. I mean, of course I was shocked by the news like everybody, but I was surprised by how much it affected me. I guess because you didn't see it coming, but also everything that we never got to see him do, all the scripts and the movies that we never got to see him going forward. I'm curious what your reactions were when you found out.
I was absolutely deflated by it and flabbergasted. I got the news in the train last night coming home from work. And, you know, I've been involved in a lot of cases concerning the Di Cavalcante family, which is supposedly the model for that show. And I can tell you that that show had more verisimilitude. It portrayed organized crime in a more honest and realistic light than anything before and anything since will even come close to approaching. This guy was an integral part of the fabric of our community, huge in post-9/11 efforts, huge in post-Sandy efforts. As a Jet season ticket holder, he was always out there acting like a regular guy, and I would argue that other than Bruce Springsteen, he's probably the biggest cultural exemplar of this area that we'll ever know. So it feels like you're losing a member of the family, and it was really crushing.
That's really well put. Really well put. It's funny because in The Sopranos, the characters are always quoting The Godfather, and you're saying that.
Actually, there are surveillance tapes involving the DeCavalcante family when The Sopranos came on the air, where they're saying, "That's us. That's us." They're talking about what we're talking about. So there were people, you know, in the know who were clearly advising that show, who had bit parts, cameo roles in the show, prosecutors that I've known, FBI agents that I've known. The show had a hard edge of truth to it, fictionalized, romanticized, of course, but those types of clients that I've encountered have very real-world problems, just like the characters in that show, and they're not nearly as monochromatic as you would think from media and Hollywood portrayal.
And he was a source of, in a strange way, because he played a mafia leader in this big show, but he sort of generated a sense of pride for New Jersey. I mean, you were saying before, a lot of people used to flee New Jersey and never admit that they were from there.
I think that was me.
Now everybody's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
There definitely is a little bit
Well, you
of
have, right, Lauryn Hill, you have Springsteen, you have Bon Jovi, you have The Sopranos. In the impossible feat of making New Jersey fashionable, it's been done.
What about Snooki? You didn't mention Snooki. Is she even from Jersey?
She said it back. She said it back to the times.
I didn't want to say that, but you know, it's funny because that show, they're all like, please. But with this actor, who was a great actor, you know, everybody wants to embrace him. So it's just very interesting how one is hated, one's loved.
Did anybody think it was odd that the governor of New Jersey not only praised Gandolfini, the actor, but said he had immense respect for the character of Tony Soprano as well? Now he used to be the U.S. attorney in New Jersey, and he's professing respect for a gangster. What?
I mentioned that on Twitter, and everybody was like, duh, of course. There's a little bit of Tony Soprano and Chris Christie.
True.
More James Gandolfini right now. We'll be back right after this.